honestly speaking, it's a risky play, but we can take it again. I always try trades more than once, right? I have no problem with that. I stop out of something and then later down the line, I'm like, yeah, still looks good. This is kind of the vibes that I'm getting with NIO. Let's see.
Well, yeah, I mean, once you get familiar with stuff too, it makes it even easier. The second, third time, fourth time around.
We got to get above 463 for NIO. That's going to be a bullish confirmation, but I'm going to just kind of see how it would make sense to build a trade setup. So we got to get above this level and then find a higher low and then go up. Let's try NIO again, but let's not just be rash. Let's wait for some real confirmations here. So we can wait for a 4-hour candle close above $4.63, right? That's the first thing. Then we would make a higher high here in this. We would start rotating the 4-hour trend. So at the moment we have low, lower high, lower low. If we're going to get above 463, we make a higher high. So that would be a bullish confirmation. Now, when we get a close over 463 on the 4-hour, right? Putting a limit order at 463. So for example, candle closes way higher, looking to get picked up at 463. So that would become a new entry, and then we can have a tighter stop loss below 424. So for the trade setup, right, we're waiting for a 4-hour candle to close above 463 for NIO. At least for me, that is really going to give me conviction that I'm looking at the right thing and that we're probably indeed going higher, right? So 4-hour close above 463. And then a limit long order at 463. So if you recall our Robinhood trade, right, we originally waited for a 4-hour candle close above a level, and then we put a limit order at that level. So this is the exact same thing for NIO. We're waiting for a candle close above a level and then a limit long position on that level. Our entry is going to be 463, but only with a limit order and after closing a 4-hour candle above it. And we are going to trade it to 562 as target 1, and we can trade it to 604 as target 2. So I think this is going to be the cleanest setup that we can provide. I really want to provide something here that is very likely going to work out. So I like NIO, but it's also a mistake just to try again and again without like getting additional confirmations. It would be quite frustrating if we just enter NIO here again, and then in a couple of days it's down again.
Right.
We would rather now really wait and see that bullish confirmation, and then we can jump on board. So the trade setup is long at 463 with a limit order after closing a 4-hour above. Stop loss is going to be 424. Target 1 is going to be 562. And for target 2, actually, let's take 634. But at 562, we're going to close 75% of our position, right? And then we'll hold the 25% runner for if we do get to 634. From where we entered to our stop loss is an 8.4% stop loss. And it's kind of needless to say that we're not looking to stop out and lose 8.4% on our account, right? So what we will do is we'll divide 100 by 8.4. Let's see. So we can go in with 12% of our account, right? So 500 is, so let's do 5 times 12. So we can essentially use $60 for this. So 60 divided by 4.63, that means that if for a $500 account, let's say we're going to buy 13 shares. Right?
13 shares, perfect.
Yeah, 13 for a $500 account with that stop loss. Just want to make sure that I'm 100% correct. So 463 is the entry, 424 is the stop loss. That means a 0.39 cent stop per share. And if we have 13 shares, that accounts to a $5.07 loss, which is about 1%. Perfect. But obviously, if we get to 562 and then to 634, we're going to get more of that in return, right? And then even for the people that kind of like pattern trading, which that's not, that's not what I'm teaching, right? But it's not because it's not what I'm teaching that I'm not aware of how it's basically being formed. What we can kind of start seeing then on NIO, not yet, but is that we have a left shoulder, that all of this right now is our head, and then at some point, if we're going to get back above and test 463 into support, then you would kind of see an inverse head and shoulder, right? Something like that. You see left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Now, until that is basically confirmed, I don't want to be in it. So I think that's going to be a very good play for NIO, to be honest. Yeah, and that's the only play for NIO. Like if it draws down lower, we're not interested. It can go way lower. let's do maybe a couple of more of these high quality setups, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I agree that we want to get some positions out, but it's way better, right? Way better to get 2 or 3 positions that are going to be like our new Robin Hood position, rather than just
Right.
giving 6 options and it not really doing anything. So I'm just looking at my watch list, also thinking about so GME for record, right? We have already put that in the watch list that is still not entered, but I really want to emphasize, right? You notice, like nobody else, it's not because it's going to take 2-3 weeks that it's not relevant anymore. So that is still very much on my radar as well, right?